Okay.
Yay! Hi.
Hello.
Welcome to the Knit Petty Podcast. I am Leighton, and you can find me on the internet as Zella318 on both Instagram and Ravelry. And
I'm Tandy. I'm also on Instagram and Ravelry. Same name on both places. Trandleigh. TRANDLEIGH. Feel free to see photos of my cats.
knitting.
Yeah, there's knitting. Mostly cats, but knitting too.
And today I am drinking out of my One Canoe Two Camp mug, some David's tea. It's one of their Christmas blends. It's sleigh ride.
It does smell good.
And so it doesn't have caffeine, but it's just kind
I like to get one just using it as an air freshener or a lip smell good. I'm drinking just a cup from tearunners.com and their March Black Box Club Shipment. They have Black Dragon Pearls. I think it's delicious. And so that's what I've been enjoying.
So I guess that we should get into Never Met a Wife I Didn't Like.
Yay!
No. It's I Made a Thing.
You made a thing!
Made a thing.
Made a thing!
It's our finished object spread. And my only finished object, because I've been fairly monogamous on a bigger project, this month has been this one. So this is for a coworker who's having a little boy. The pregnancy's been really hard on her, and so we're all taking extreme pity and like, okay, what can we do to help? Is there anything we can make you X, Y, and Z? Because it's just been really tough for her. So she was like, anything blue, because it's a boy. So I'm like, okay. And so I ordered from, I think, Love Knitting, some paint box yarn. So two different colors. The light blue color number 235 and the dark blue color number 237. Not really fancy on that. And it's all acrylic, but it's really nice. It's a spun acrylic versus like, and it looks and feels like it's a wool type thing. And so it's been really, it was really nice to work with. This is their Simply Erin. They have a Simply BK, but I really like it versus but it's a good baby yarn, and I was just gonna be able to throw it and watch it on my and I got the cute little owl pattern from the alternate book.
I've heard good things about it. I want to get it.
In this book, I had been seeing the previews for it last fall, and I was like, okay, I have to have this. Partially because eventually my dad rides a lot of bikes. There's this so common. Bicycles. I'm about to. I have had in the workings planning that I now have all the yarn for a sweater vest for him. That, and so I want to put like on the lapel, one of those little bikes. So, I just hope he wears it because I might have to spoil the surprise and be like, all right, here's what I'm making you. Here's the yarn. If I make it for you, are you going to wear it? Because probably unfortunately, that's my only finished object because I was constantly living on something.
I have an older finished thing that I finished a while ago and still haven't blocked. It was big. I wanted to work. It's the file shawl that she did. Yeah.
This is my only shawl design out right now.
It's big. It's like a crescent shape. It's nice. It wraps nice for cold offices. The white with color flecks is 3 Irish girls adorn sock yarn, and it's in the colorway Kaleidoscope. And the gray is a gradient pack from, I got it written down,
No.
Island Yarn Shades, and it's the Sport Weight Rivulet in the colorway Storm. But I thought it looked like confetti cake and silver icing.
And I originally designed this one to help try and sell these gradients because they were a weird length. There was a weird length amount in these. It was 300, which is a typical sport weight. But everyone's like, well, it's not 400 yards, so what would I do with it? And so this was my answer to it. And also, it's really pretty. The original.
It was fun to do.
Mhm.
I liked it. I have yarn for another that I'm gonna do.
I have 3 more tabs on that I haven't covered. Don't tell the designer.
Hey! This is a fun pattern.
Well, more don't tell my brother on one of them because one of them's for her. But the problem is that it's a single ply blue dye, and it acts like indigo dye, where it comes off on my hands if I work with it too much. It's not pleasant. I started that.
It has been a while since this
But
was published.
But again, the other ones haven't been touched since then either. So there's one with like an orange. I have one with an orange gradient pack, and then there's one with an aqua gradient pack. The aqua one actually has my first pair of diagrams on it, so I might just want to pull it out and work on it.
Yep.
Later. It'll probably make an appearance. So I need to find out what. You remember when it is?
That helps.
Oh, I have a hallway closet type thing that has a lot of my bags. Yeah, this was supposed to be a test knit.
Yeah, I don't ask me to test knit.
And don't ask me to have the patience for people to test it. I think there was a combo there.
Yeah.
Where I was like, I need this now, I need this now, I need this now. Oh, screw it, I'll just put out. When we find mistakes, I'll just update the pattern.
Yeah.
I don't remember. There were all that many.
There was one, the way it was phrased, it took me a few minutes to get it, but that's how it is with any new designer. Just the phrasing of something.
Yeah, and I think that it was like one of my main things.
For me, it was the use of counting the garter ridges as how far you've gone. I started to count on the wrong side.
Oh.
And so I was very, very confused. And then once I realized that no, you count from the right side, it made a lot of sense.
Well, and that's because that's my personal method of keeping track of where I am in a pattern. It's actually, you pull that blanket over. So this is my log cabin blanket. This is honestly one of my first finished items ever. But in this log cabin blanket, it's all garter. And so they were telling you count these bumps. And so like you need to knit X many bumps. And so that's the method I use for making sure I'm on the right track and how I think about things and increases for this. Because it is garter. It's garter here. So yeah.
Once I figured out that the bumps are counted from the right side of the project, it made a lot of sense. And I've used it since then.
Put back these. Yeah. So that's another finished object, but it's almost all acrylic wool blend single ply from a big box store.
It's heavy and it feels warm.
It is, but it actually breathes.
Wow.
Yeah, like it, but it is like my heavy winter blanket.
Yeah.
Or living in my house and my dad has come to visit because he has decided that, well, my dad just runs cooler than my mom and I do because my mom has had heat issues and I've had heat issues where it's just like once you go to that place, you're never coming back from it.
Yeah.
Like you're always going to need everything to run just a touch colder than the rest of the world. So, but those are, and File is after my mom's maiden name, which is German, which is arrow in German, and so a lot of the files have things with them with the arrows and things, or tattoos, naming businesses after arrow. So this is my contribution to it because the lace was called Arrow Lace, and so it got. So I did the opposite. I just switched it over to File, but that's a very typical thing, and that's why I need to probably finish the one for my mom. I just need to convince her to pick other yarn. Or just make one for her in different yarn and go to help her.
Yeah, if she watches this, you're playing a song that she finds out. Oh.
Well, if she's remembered it, yeah. But at which point in time, I think we then get the concern about whether or not it's going to rub off on her when she's wearing it.
Yeah.
It's just there's only so much you can do in like after you have the finished garment, like setting for the fight. Okay, so on to this.
Working on something.
So I'll finish it eventually.
Yeah, eventually. Just give me time. Give me time.
Give me time and a deadline.
Deadlines sometimes help.
Deadline. Well, or they make you crazy.
Yeah, and sometimes I go, no, it's not going to happen. So just no.
Mm-hmm.
I've got socks. Last time I was talking about needing to work on socks for my parents as a very late Christmas present. Well, I have mom's socks, and it is Mrs. Crosby's train case in the color toucan. It's the first time I've used this yarn, but I'm enjoying how it works out, how it knits up, and the colorway. It's fun. I've got the other sock going, but right now it's all dropping on the floor and all bundled up just to keep it tucked away, and the yarn from going everywhere. But so far I'm liking it, and I would like to do more with this yarn.
Yeah, it's really bright and cheerful. So that's not the one I started. So you'll understand a little bit, but I kind of got down into the slog of the Changes shawl, which I'm still working on.
It's huge and it looks really pretty.
Mm-hmm. But sometimes I want mindless, like absolutely mindless. So I started a sock head hat. I'm just, an inch and a half on the brim. So, with the Harry Potter Progress Keeper that I won from the O Loops Harry Potter knit along last year, it says there's just no point in talking to a petrified person. I put on some Harry Potter movies and started knitting on it. And the yarn is Nomadic Yarns in the Mischief Managed colorway. It is self-striping. It doesn't look like that in the hat. This is normally for like 72 or 64 inch stitch socks. But due to the lack of progress on my mom's socks, I didn't think this was ever going to get finished if it was made into socks, and it's so pretty that I didn't want it to languish as an unfinished pair of socks. So that's why I got put into this class. Let's see. Let's see all the pops. Pops and sparkles and stuff and everything. And it is living in my new Slytherin by the Bay Yarn Co. Maddie bag. And so it's canvas inside and just the fabric outside, so it's still really, really nice and sturdy. And then the pockets inside are made out of the fabric. But these are becoming my favorite bags, honestly. Like just how
I like the size of it. It looks like it would be a really good size.
This is the medium, whereas the red one is the large, and you can see how much space is in there. Like, I really enjoy it.
It's got a lot of depth.
Yeah,
Like, really deep.
yeah. It's like with all of her bags, it's really like.
There we go. I bet you could fit a full size piece of paper folded in half and tuck it into
Oh
here.
yeah, easily. Like this, she had the designer and maker behind these is amazing, and I just it's self control not to buy like 5 of them, which would still leave the shit. We're not gonna say. I'm not gonna say that, but yeah. So that's one of my new whips because I just needed something mindless.
Yeah.
This currently on a knit. The socket hat is a free pattern on Ravelry, and it's just basically tries to use up a whole skein of thin weight yarn for a hat, and I wear big socket hats in the winter and need things to cover my ears and stuff. And
Every time I think about making a hat, I consider the sock head, but for some reason I choose something different. I think next time.
Well, I've already made one before.
Mhm.
I made one for a friend for Christmas last year, and with the deadline on it, it was kind of a slog at times, like to knit the whole entire X many inches on it. But this is just I need a break from something else knit, so it's supposed to be nice.
Yeah.
I don't have an end date in sight for this. It'll be when I finish it. It'll be a great thing to have. But right now, it's I love this yarn. I love the talking. Like I can easily talk and knit while I'm doing that. If there's one
At a restaurant with other people or something.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's just one of those. I like having a hat on the nose just because I like hats, and I know that I will wear them more often than not. That'll come up in training. Because we have we don't even know you. But again, that'll come up in training.
Something I'm working. The Unique Sheep Company has a mystery knit along that they do, and what the most recently completed mystery was the Wizard of Oz. And the Wizard of Oz mystery knit along started a week or a few days before the butterfly shawl that I showed last time knit along started, and that was through a yarn shop. And so I thought, oh, I'll work on one and then I'll work on the other and just kind of alternate. Well, I was having so much fun working on the butterfly that Wizard of Oz got set aside. So I'm now back to Wizard of Oz. And it's been a fun project. Difficult, but fun. It is, and all the Unique Sheep's mystery knit alongs, you have the option of beads or no beads. And you can have the same color of yarn, like single color yarn through the whole project, or their gradients. And I've chosen the gradients, but this is the first time they've done intarsia. And so you have the color change and the road, and there's beads that line the edges of the yellow brick road. I'm using Pashmi yarn, which is a merino cashmere nylon, and in the colorway Electric Blue Flame. And it took a while to get used to the intarsia and the changing of the yarn because it's a new technique for me. But once I got the hang of it, I'm really enjoying it.
I have a fit for it. but it goes from pink to gray,
There,
which aren't my colors. Like, it was a gift. It was a very nice gift. I'm not saying anything against that. And the beads are white. Or like they're clear. They're not white. They're clear, which is not not my style.
and the beads, instead of the usual kind of more round ones in this project, they're square.
But yours are squares. But that is absolutely gorgeous.
There is a thread in the Mystery Knit Along Unique Sheep group on Ravelry. The thread is Wizard of Oz finished shawls, I believe it is. And there's quite a few finished shawls in there where they have done the whole shawl in one color, or they've done the gradients where it's where the start kind of matches or the end matches. So there's a variety of ways that the colorways have been played and interact with each other. And so it's interesting to look through that thread and see all the different outcomes of how the colorways have played and beads versus not beads. And so it's a difficult project, but so far it's been fun. I know. She's a judge for the state fair.
Yeah, but I need to get my paperwork in. It's sitting right over behind the computer. Do it. I know. I just have to. I know.
Do it. Okay. Yeah, she called me one morning and said, "I'm now a judge."
I can't. Well, this was an FYI. If you're going to put something in the fair, I can't see it.
Yeah.
Which is because the reason. Long story short, basically, there was, at one point in time, there looked like there was collusion between a contestant and a judge for that contestant's pieces of work to be graded better for their share. Is that a fair assessment? Or that
the person entering the items stated, "I'm entering this in the fair," while they were sitting next to the judge, and it was a well-known fact that that individual was the judge.
Yeah. It was, and
there's always been two, as far as I can remember, two judges at the state fair, and so it's a known fact who the judges are. And this year I was told one person's the judge, and I went, okay, I know that fact. I won't speak to them or show them anything. And then I was notified in a hurried manner, "I'm a judge."
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay.
I mean,
I will keep that in mind.
Well, basically, I said yes to it, and then I texted you. That was pretty much how that happened, because I didn't want that to happen again.
And then that evening, I got a telephone call from somebody else saying, "She's a judge."
Yeah. How's it going?
So this is a fun project.
Yes, and it's gorgeous.
Whenever I get it done.
That's kind of nice, isn't it?
It's, and about those mystery knit-alongs, everybody's working on the same project. I think 3 or 4 of the people have been the test knitters or the designer, so they've completed it, and you can ask them a question specifically about that week's clue, or you can say the whole shawl in general if there is a question, or just a specific technique. And so there's a lot of support and discussion on whatever the shawl is you're working on. Or if you pick up an older shawl, mystery knit along project, or you can go back and say, I have a question on Wind in the Willows from a few years ago, and we'll be happy to answer it. That one is pretty. I have a list of colorways from that company, and I just work my way. When I see a colorway I like, it goes into the bottom of the list, and I just work my way down the list. And then every mystery knit along, the 2 dyers will come up with a color each that somehow ties into the theme of that mystery. And so the next mystery knit along is going to be Rapunzel, and one of the colors is kind of silver to green, and it's to me, it's the gray or silver of the stone tower, and then the green of the ivy growing up the side. It's very pretty. So I think it's on my list now.
My marching band did Wicked as our senior, as my senior show
Nice.
music. So Wizard of Oz will always have that special place in my heart.
Yeah.
And now I have some of it stuck in my head right now. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So it's
Yeah, that's all I have that's in progress.
alright. I have the socks, my mom's socks from last time. I think I've knit 3 rows on it. So I'm not gonna show those. But I will show what I've been working on instead.
It's astonishing. I'll see her like a week later. I'm like, you've got a whole nother big part of it done.
Well, because it's kind of eats up time, but it also is really fun, and it's just kind of easy.
Yeah.
So I got 1/2 of the changes shawl finished. Yep. All right. So I am now on color 4 of this section. That section of everything. So I finished all that and then picked up for this, and then this is all I've done.
That's still a lot.
Yeah, but it's I had a fight with for like a day or 2. And we were just not happy with each other.
This is really cool.
So it's Primrose Yarn Company. Mayhem is the main colorway, and then it is Gobstopper, Upside Down Arcade, Heart-Shaped Boxes, Tamagotchi, with Envy, Melonhead, Skateboards and Snow Cones, Double Bubble, Animal.
You're like a geologist rattling off the most hardness scale.
Yeah, probably. So, but in the Progress Keeper is still the same one of Simply Serving.
Tea is good.
Tea is good. There you go. And so, that's why nothing else has been worked on. And so, but I did need a kind of, especially when I was really frustrated with like the picking up here, I needed the socket hat to just like clear my mind and just do that salting pattern.
Yeah. I have a 2x2 rib scarf that I keep like for that occasion.
It's still housed in the very cat-haired Maddie bag by the Bay Yarn Company. A friend's cat did eat the cord on one side, not her cat, someone else's cat. The stupid kitten. Has decided he likes laces, and that was something he was going to do, and he cleared. So I just need to replace it. So that's what I'm working on. Sometimes it's just this.
Yeah.
That's it. I think our co-host has decided to be a pain in the butt and gnaw on something. You have to
Mine goes for yarn.
So I will show you the misbehaving co-host.
Hi.
Misbehaving co-host. He is Izzy Stardust 613 on Instagram. If you want to see pictures of him.
Yep.
Hi. I'm gonna let you down because you're really not happy with me, and I'm not happy with you because you went after something.
He let you hold her, then mine let me hold them.
He's really calm if you get him into the baby hold. Are you gonna settle down?
One of mine one day, she let me hold her for a very long time, the next morning we were at the vet's office because I was like, she's acting strange.
Mm-hmm. No, he's trying to make himself comfortable and just walk beside me. He got me my stuff. Okay. He's doing my stuff. Alright.
Yeah.
So, planning.
Planning. I fully intend to, and I'm thinking about it.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I've got socks that I'm working on for planning.
Me too.
These are going to be socks for Dad. It's a Zauberball that I wound into a cake and then, or no, I'm sorry, I wound it from the ball into 2 cakes. So these will be socks. Toe up, probably. That's all I got so far. Yeah, I like it, and I don't remember what name or number or reference it had for it.
Oh, it was something in German.
Yeah,
Because it was like, that was the Route 66.
the Route 66 was more red and blue.
No, that's what I'm saying. It was like Route 66 and another one were all that same thing.
Yeah.
And that was the one with the merchant.
Yeah, they were all in the same van, and it's a sport weight.
Mm-hmm.
But I like both Beyond socks both at the same time, double point, so I can go from toe on one, toe on the other. And so I wound it into 2 cakes, and it looks like it's somewhat self-striping.
Yeah, it's a
Browns
long
and
color.
yeah, browns and creams and greens and darker green. And yeah, it'll be fun.
Mine, I'm going to do sport tops too. That's going to be in this Oats twist knot in the poinsettia colorway. And these I think are going to be Clark socks by Jacqueline Salem of the Brooklyn Knit Folk.
Nice.
They're a really cute sock that she did on fingering weight for 64 stitches, and she doesn't have any of the braiding up or down. And so to get, because my feet, I have hobbit feet, get these right size for me, I'm going to have to do a thicker yarn. So I can go up in real sizes, so then the 64 stitch sock will work and be nice and fluffy and comfy like I love them. But it's Christmassy yarn because you can see that it's red, but it even has those flecks of green in it. And poinsettias have always been a family.
Yeah.
Christmas.
I wore socks a couple days ago on a work road field trip, and it was staying out in the heat and work boots, and they were Nerd Girl yarns, Bounce and Stomp. And it's the only pair of socks I have in that yarn so far. I liked them and I want to do more. I think that's the first time I've worn hand knit socks on a work road trip.
Yeah. I need to get winter shoes that I can wear socks with. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Because I still am wearing like my skirts with leggings and stuff in the winter, and so I'll wear boots. I don't wear socks with my boots.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna be wearing my hand up. It's on the list of things.
There's always that list, and it's always ever longer.
Okay. No, this is a Mother May we figure this out.
Yeah.
So any other planning?
Not really.
We have a little bit. Basically, I'm in the mood to design hats, and so
I've got a friend who said, "Hey, I'd wear a hat."
I've gotten out my Stitch dictionaries, my favorite ones, which are the Japanese ones. So those are. Because I finally am getting a bit of a DK stash and then immediately using it, so it's because I'm like, I want to get DK
for a few weeks now. I want some DK yarn. I would like to have some DK yarn, and so I've seen a trend of
I'm sorry if you hear rattling. The cat likes plastic and likes munching on it. But this was kind of in stash. This
Yeah.
was in some of my George stuff because it's kind of cool. But, I know that broke crackers, but
Just sprinkle it on soup.
he's a very wonderful cat, I promise. As I try not to kill him.
Guys, cats seem to know when you're like, I just need you to behave for 10 more minutes, and at 8 minutes they do something.
So this is Dragon Horde yarn. They're both Dragon Horde. This is Hunter's Moon, which I think has made everyone I've shown it to run to the website. And then this is Fairy Green. And so I'm thinking hats.
Hats are fun.
Hats with that and some of my other stash acquisitions.
I like this.
Yeah.
I've been seeing Dragon Horde yarn photos on Instagram, and they look neat.
Probably because I didn't want to.
I think so.
Yeah, and that goes along. So I have some spontaneous worsted in the green and silver colors. They're in my Lip Sync Ladybug Slytherin bag because it's a thing.
She likes Harry Potter and Slytherin House.
And I am a Slytherin, yes. But don't let that. But I'm a good Slytherin, I promise. I feel like that's saying that I'm a good witch. Are you a good witch or a bad witch? I promise I'm a good witch. I feel like this is just going to be the theme of The Wizard of Oz today.
Yeah. Yep.
So that's what I'm planning. But the reason I'm in the cat kick is because our family reunion this year is going to be in Albuquerque at the Balloon Fiesta.
Fun.
So, to the point that I have officially blocked it off on my calendar at work.
Nice.
Haven't asked for the time off, but I've officially blocked it off. My job kind of gets crazy sometimes where it's like if I don't block it off at least a month and a half to 2 months ahead of time, I'm not getting the time off because of travel schedules. At the end of June, I'm traveling for work again, major travel for work, where we're not just going in state to do stuff, but we're actually leaving the state.
It's a big deal. From my perspective,
Mhm,
it's,
yeah,
you have to
but-
jump through a lot of hoops to leave
Oh,
the
you
state.
do. You do, but when you're working with health, it's a little different because, like, this year, every single conference has been in Florida. Like, all of them. And we keep sending stuff up to, like, the higher-ups asking for permission to go. And it's like, why are you all going to Florida this year? It's not, like, we didn't choose this. Like, we're happy to go. I mean, it's going to be, it's going to be wonderful. But
The next year might be the middle of nowhere.
well, see, basically they decide for the conference I'm going to, they have decided on, okay, so we almost killed you with altitude sickness last year, let's give you the beach this year. Because we were in Denver last year, and then this year we're in Clearwater Beach, Florida. So, I've already looked at the hotel, I'm already drooling it, it's not good. Private beach and everything.
Man.
Yeah. I don't know how much time I'll be spending in the sun, but then
Umbrellas.
but there's apparently like a tiki hut on the beach where we can get, so it'll be a fun. So after the conference time is over, it'll be a lot of fun. So, but that means small projects for the plane ride
Yeah.
and everything, and that'll probably be addressed next month. I haven't done more than go, I want to start working on hats again, but
I'm trying to
That's a-
finish everything.
but that's the start.
Yeah.
The latest interview, figuring out designs. And my no, I kind of do it. It's not like I'm just like sitting there ignoring customers in the shop anymore.
Yeah.
So, okay. So stash.
Yes. I
So meeting the new Georges.
yes. I brought home George's. I have from a yarn shop in Rogersville, Missouri called One City Market. I have hedgehog fibers, sock yarn, and kimono. It's
Yeah, it's getting a little washed out. There,
it's
but
mostly you've got
it's definitely-
grays and some. Yes, I bought yarn with speckles with orange and pink and teal, and to me it's mostly grays with highlights of other colors. I have no idea how it will knit up, but I really like it just sitting there on the shelf.
Mhm.
And then I have hedgehog fibers, skinny singles from Eat Sleep Knit and the Dragonfly color. I've been curious how the skinny single compared to Dream and Color Jilly, Malabrigo Nikita, and Madeline Tasha's Tosh Merino Lights, how they all compared. And so I got this one to see how it compared to the others, and I haven't really looked at it closely yet. It's mostly
It's when you're working with it, it's a silkier version of
okay.
is what I have found. But I haven't worked with Julie or Makita. So
To me, Jilly and Nikita were once you take the labels off, they were identical to Tosh Merino Light.
yeah. So like I find this to have a sheen to it. The others don't.
Yeah, sitting next to each other, it looks a little. You can pick it out as it doesn't quite exactly match.
Mhm.
Um,
But I enjoy working with it.
it's a single ply merino, 100% merino, so with a very very similar yardage.
Mhm. Yeah, I find it just to be a little bit shiny,
Yeah.
which doesn't harm it in the knitting of it. Just different. So, there's what my done for this month with the acrylic here for baby. So you guys have seen that. But I did have a bag acquisition. And this is what's holding my mom's socks. This came the day right after we filmed last time.
It was like stop, but filming ends, and then you hear the postman deliver something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And so this is by Lila Styles. It's the Hermione bag, and it's covered in cat hair. Imagine that.
It did not arrive that way.
No, I brushed him. He shreds. It's a never-ending battle. I've stopped. Like people are like, "Here, let me get you with a lint roller." I'm like, it's a losing battle. I've stopped. Like, just stop.
We've fought the valiant fight, and we've accepted that it's an inevitable. Yes.
Yeah. So, what Izzy keeps trying to eat is part of another acquisition, but these aren't George acquisitions. There's a stationery company here called 132, and they did a mystery box for $15 plus taxes and shipping.
Nice.
So it ended up being like under $25. But they're local to Missouri. They're out in Fulton. And so there was a stack of cards, so like that's just some of their work.
Like greeting cards.
Greeting
birthday
cards, like, and it's a mix of cards. So like some of them are blank, some of them are there's a Christmas card in there. There's some other stuff. Belated birthdays that has a graph on it that might get used for someone's actual birthday, not for belated birthday, because I don't do belated. It's not in my nature.
Well, one year, I found, I was at the card store looking. I think I was just killing time or something, but I found a birthday card that would be perfect for somebody, and they think can give you a card, and another birthday card that would be perfect for somebody. And I just bought them to send on the birthday. Well, they got misplaced and I couldn't find them. So when so and so's birthday came around, I was like, "Where's the card? I can't find the birthday card." And I don't remember if I ever found it or not.
Yeah. So that was in the package. This was in it. Flags for a globe, along with lights for the globe.
Neat.
You can decorate one of their globes that they've like painted over and stuff. These tags for Christmas stuff. Tea towel with all the eggs on it.
Neat. I may have to go looking for that.
Yeah, I think they still have it up on their website.
I know they have an Instagram page
They do.
or Instagram account.
Mm-hmm. Some postcards, which I think have dropped because Izzy's being, but less cards with other tags for them. Some prints. So, and so like 20 of their cards and stuff. So it was like, it was really nice. It was like, I thought it was a very well curated little history box. And then to go along with the hat, I got some flannel. So one's these lighthouses, one's these whales. Or go along with the receiving blanket for the woman I'm giving the hats to.
I'm just gonna finish things and well, start socks and then finish them. Summer's coming, and so I have a back deck. I can sit and enjoy in the back deck.
The trip's coming up. Very fortunate for that.
Yay!
So I just sit there in the 2 hours where everything's going. Because it's 2 hours to get to the point. Mm-hmm. Sitting there and shoot eyes and it all works out. And someone's finally home. And I think you're making the baby. So, until next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye.